talked with your parents about it, too.
But what did you say?
I said we're moving out.
Moving out where?
Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh have been part of this franchise for years now, and today I want to share an update on something a lot of you have been asking about. So let's just get right into it. This is about Jenny's health, about Sumit's visa, and about where things actually stand right now, because there's been a lot of partial information going around, and I want to lay out what's actually confirmed. If you've followed these two, you know their story goes back to 2019, when they first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. Jenny made the choice a lot of people didn't expect at the time, leaving her life behind in California to build one with Sumit in India. It wasn't an easy road early on, and a lot of viewers questioned whether it would last. But through every season since, through the doubts, through the distance, through everything this franchise usually puts a couple through, they stayed together. More recently, we've been following their journey on 90 Day, The Last Resort, where they've continued to be some of the more openly affectionate and honest couples in the franchise's history. Earlier this year, that honesty extended to something much harder to talk about. There had been rumors circulating for a while about Jenny's health, some speculation online that she may have had a stroke. In May, Jenny and Sumit addressed those rumors directly, and the real answer turned out to be even more serious. Jenny revealed she'd been diagnosed with ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. For anyone who isn't familiar with it, ALS is a progressive condition that affects the nerve cells controlling muscle movement, and unfortunately, it tends to get more difficult to manage as time goes on. Jenny and Sumit didn't have to make this public. They could have kept it private and let the speculation continue. But they chose to be upfront with the people who've followed their story for years, and I think that's worth acknowledging before we even get to today's news. Since the diagnosis, Sumit has taken on the role of her full-time caregiver, and Jenny has talked a little about how the condition has been affecting her day to day. In one update, Christina, Jenny's daughter, shared that her mother's back has been holding up okay, but that her hands have gotten noticeably weaker. Jenny's reportedly reached the point where she can't do something as small as twisting open a bottle cap anymore. It's the kind of detail that really puts into perspective how a condition like this creeps into everyday life in ways that aren't always visible from the outside. Now here's the actual update that's new. Christina posted a video on Instagram laying out where things currently stand. She explained that as her mother's condition has progressed, doctors have told the family that Jenny can no longer safely make the long flight from India back to the United States on her own. Because of that, the family has started the process to get Sumit an emergency tourist spousal visa. I want to be really clear about what that means, because there's been some confusion about it online. This is not Sumit applying for a green card, and it's not a path toward permanent residency. It's a temporary visa, specifically meant to allow him to accompany Jenny to the United States so she can continue her treatment here, using her own health insurance, the kind of coverage that reportedly isn't available to her in India. The reasoning behind all of this makes a lot of sense once you understand the full picture. Jenny has insurance in the US that could make a real difference in the level and consistency of care she receives. And given how serious ALS is, being able to use that coverage matters. But getting a Sumit that visa is not simple, and right now, it is not guaranteed. As of this update, he's still waiting on an appointment with the Indian Consulate. Christina was upfront about the fact that visa processing between India and the United States can move slowly under the best circumstances, and she specifically mentioned that India, alongside Thailand and the US itself, has some of the busiest visa hubs in the world right now. On top of that, broader immigration backlogs at the moment are reportedly making the process even less predictable for a lot of foreign nationals trying to travel, not just Sumit. So while the family has taken the first real steps here, there's no confirmed timeline yet for when, or honestly, even if, Sumit will be approved to travel with her. It's also worth mentioning that Christina has said she plans to travel to India herself during this process, wanting to be there to help make sure everything goes as smoothly as possible, not just for her mother, but for Sumit as well, given everything he's managing right now as a caregiver navigating an unfamiliar legal process on top of everything else. One thing that's genuinely been nice to see through all of this is how the 90-day community has responded. This isn't usually a franchise known for being gentle with its cast members, but when it comes to Jenny and Sumit's situation, a lot of that usual noise has quieted down in a real way. Castmate Sarper Guven has organized benefit shows to help raise money for the family, and from what's been reported, they've sold out, with fans showing up not just with donations, but with genuine encouragement and support. Christina has said the family is grateful for all of it, and has asked fans to keep sending good thoughts their way as they wait to hear back on Sumit's visa status. So where does this actually leave things right now? Sumit is waiting for his consulate appointment. Jenny is continuing her care in India in the meantime. The goal, as the family has laid out, is straightforward. Get Sumit to the United States alongside her so he can keep serving as her caregiver while she receives treatment covered by her own insurance. What we don't know yet is how long that visa would allow him to stay if approved, or the specifics of what treatment Jenny would be undergoing once she's back, or how long any of it might take. There's no dramatic twist to report here, no conflict, no cliffhanger. It's just a family working through an incredibly difficult set of medical and legal circumstances at the same time, and doing it about as openly as anyone reasonably could. I'll keep following this story and let you know as soon as there's a real update, whether that's news on the visa appointment itself or anything else the family decides to share. In the meantime, if you want to stay current, keeping an eye on Christina's Instagram has been the most direct way fans are getting information straight from the family. And if you're in a position to support the fundraising efforts that Sarper and others have organized, it clearly means a lot to them right now. For now, I just want to say, wherever you are, Jenny and Sumit, we're thinking about you both, and we're hoping this next step comes through soon without too much more waiting. Thanks for watching, and take care of each other, and I'll talk to you soon.